size because the maize are cheap at the market. So the inflation is working. And what Bank of Ghana did is working. Honestly speaking, it's working. Today, when you check, the base rate is 14%. Right? I said even 15. And then average interest rate is 19%.
Yeah.
Average interest. That means people are giving loan at a rate of lower than 19.
Are you sure they're giving the loan?
You know, right? It has gone down. Lending has gone down.
Lending has reduced significantly. Just give it a try.
The money is there. People are not borrowing because they cannot sell. Look at all the billboards that are empty across the city. I look at it every single day.
You see, at the end of
average lending rates,
nobody is
now looking
buying
at 20.4
and borrowing.
For average lending rates now,
it has
20.5. Yeah,
even it's okay.
20.4.
The base rate in 2024 was 29%, moved to 27%.
You had that even in your first administration.
You understand?
You had rates like
27%, which is excessive. You can't even go. The loan is called Jikowu. You take the loan and they go and die in the house.
They won't borrow. The money is there. They said they won't borrow. What about that?
It is not even that they won't borrow. Even put it that they won't borrow. Even the banks themselves
won't give
Some of them don't give.
Because their businesses are not flowing.
I can give you my message. Even my banks, which I will not mention the name, are telling me to come for a loan, and they've given me a quota that I can get.
Yeah, some banks are sending messages like that.
No, I can send it to
you. As an example, we said lending, the lending rate, the level of lending has reduced significantly.
My government spokesperson.
No, lending has.
You think everybody has the same situation as you may have?
Let's go back to Bank of Ghana. What are the core mandates of KMD?
Yeah.
What are the core mandates of Bank of Ghana? The core mandate of Bank of Ghana is to monitor the markets, to supervise the banks, and to to make sure that our forex currency is stabilized. Are they doing it or not? That is one. The gold that were sold, the proceeds.
You are still talking about that.
The proceeds is in our reserve. Remember, that gold sale is more or less the same reserve, but in this time it has been changed into liquid. Unlike initially, it was a hard
but you know
which is there.
Malik,
that is
one point. When we mentioned some of these sales of gold, and then we're told that they have not sold anything.
And then you just prove it to us. And then, KMJ.
Yes, my time is up actually.
Yes,
we should be going
another
now.
issue is that, we have
so can we also
well standard.
To say?
We have a well standard that is acceptable. Our reserves, the reason why they sold, our reserves were about 72 was gold of our reserve. And gold, yes, 72 was gold.
What do you mean 72?
72% of our reserve was gold. And then the 58 was monetary. So in gold also, the price of gold fluctuates. You can't determine the price of gold. So when the price got to a stable rate, which was favorable, that is when they decided to sell the 18 tons. And then the reason is that to also meet the well standard of 20% maximum.
Okay.
So they sold it when the price was at its peak.
Okay.
And then they made money, and the money is in our reserve today. Okay. That money.
Can we also say something?
Priscilla says that I got to you briefly, but you have to do it 1 minute for me.
Hey,
and now I'm in trouble. Priscilla says, "Good morning. I'm watching you live from Osu." Musa says the Bank of Ghana deserves praise for transparency and prudent management. Despite recording a 60.9 billion Ghana cedi loss in 2022 amid 54.1% inflation and a sharply depreciating cedi, losses have now reduced to 15.6 billion as inflation and exchange rate pressures ease. This shows clear progress, not failure. Dr. Johnson Esiama and his team merited recognition for their disciplined leadership. All right.
You know why
Don't take my time. Don't take my time.
In 30 seconds.
Stop that. Why do you take it in 30 seconds?
The reason is that because of the currency, foreign currency is being
Malik, you're not being fair to Sefah. Sefah, please go ahead.
Sefah, continue.
Okay, folks, including our NDC listeners, the fact is that you have a finance minister who is enamored with beautiful statistics, and he's hell-bent on doing everything to keep these numbers. But you yourself, you know, at the ministries, agencies, no money to do anything. We're just putting, I said so. And we're here. Well, you can see it in the budget that was cut. We looked at the budget last year's budget. Almost the only, can I speak?
You don't prove.
No, please.
You just make an empty statement.
Can you stop? Can you stop? I said last year's budget, the only program that was not cut was salaries and compensations budget. Okay, that's the only one that they spent, just loading up people in the various public agencies who may be redundant. But the ministries, the various programs, Jumarura, all these things, the 24-hour economy, all of them not funded. And so they
not funded.
Oh no, Mustafa, go ahead.
Okay,
go ahead.
And you can see that the money is not being spent to develop the fundamentals. They're busy, instead of allowing the fundamentals to determine the exchange rate, they are busy actually altering the exchange rate, spending so much money which is not impacting your lives out there. You don't have money to spend. They can bring inflation to 1%. If you don't have the purchasing power, you are not able to spend, and you know it. You know it out there. You know that you don't have the money to spend, and you know also that even though inflation has come down, they put in a lot of money. We just discussed this. The fact is that the cost of living, which is a little bit different, it's actually going up.
That's false.
And it's not false.
World Bank even reported.
I don't need you to intervene. Please, let me make my point.
It's false.
Your school fees, your tuition fees, your electricity bills, which has gone up at least 25%.
There's a reduction in electricity.
No, you went to 28 and then you brought it to 25%. It's a reduction. Stop the propaganda.
Yours was 58%.
Okay.
He can't even let me speak. All right? Because I have the facts so much. He cannot let me speak.
So thank you, God.
A very good brother of mine just sent a message. This that's the Kwame Dinchi, Honorable Kwame Dinchi. He says there's a reduction in the price of rice, but does it reflect in the restaurants? That's where another problem.
He admitted that
all these numbers.
No, he admitted, right?
And then also,
let him finish.
Continue. I'm sorry.
That is what we spoke about.
We are going to sign a petition. We'll sign a petition so that Malik will stop interjecting and come back again. Allow it to speak.
You see, the truth is, all these we are saying, the books looks good.
The reality looks good.
It looks good.
Malik.
And like he himself rightly admitted right now, yes, let's say the prices of maize have dropped out there in the hinterlands. When it comes here, it goes up. Ends up. But still, the end product we buy, we suffer.
Hey, that's what the problem is.
And that's what the problem is. You see, so if government does not come up with a way of checking some of those things and dealing with those things, we will still have a lot of these issues to answer tomorrow.
Yeah.
Because the books may look good.
Spending so much money to make the books look good.
The reality looks good. Because the price of the maize that we said less than 300 Ghana cedis in one, when it gets it's around 600, which is okay. But what challenge is that how the Kinke sector will increase.
That is where the problem is. That is almost everybody is worried about.
The balls are still shrinking.
Yes, but we start somewhere. We start somewhere. Do you know where we start? We start by pushing for the raw material to come down first. If the raw materials are down, now we can push for the finished material.
So you are confident that we'll get to the point where the balls will
because there are some places which I can't mention names. The balls are not bad. There are some places I can't mention names. And we
but if you mention names, some of us will go there. Some of us will have to go there and enjoy what you are enjoying.
When it comes to inflation, there is the cost push and then there's also the demand pull.
As a result of inflation, that is how
you see.
This one says,
it's overhead.
Let me read some few messages from our
viewers. We are buying petrol.
Malik. This one says, good morning, I'm okay from Bantama. And the city was just accounts acknowledge government's obligation to restore the capital base through a phased recapitalization program from 2026 to 2032. That means today's losses become tomorrow's taxpayer cost, debt instrument, or fiscal trade-off. This should be treated as a fiscal risk requiring parliamentary oversight. Functional central bank with a 93.82 billion Ghana cedis negative equity hole is still a public finance problem, regardless of its operational continuity. All right, let me have the next one over there. This one says, on behalf of the team of Honorable Ofosu and Bio incoming for which our brothers and sisters who are writing the BEC today, very best of luck in examination. Your hard work today will build you tomorrow. All right. Good morning. I am Eben from Kwabenya. The so-called huge loss claimed by the micro-minority of Bank of Ghana is better than what we witnessed under the past regime of abysmal performance. If for nothing at all, Ghanaians have seen the appreciation of the city against the foreign currencies. They should tell us what their so-called losses in 2022 added to Ghana's economy. Greetings to Honorable Julius Debra, Chief of Staff. Let me have the next one. This one says, good morning, KMT. This is Abdul Ghani Makrigu from Savannah region. The Bank of Ghana, which is expected to operate independently, is now being defended by the National Democratic Congress as though it were their communications arm. According to the bank's 2025 consolidated financial statement, it recorded a negative equity position of 93.82 billion, up from 58.62 billion in 2024. By comparison, in 2022, when the bank reported a negative equity of about 54 billion Ghana cedis, the NDC staged a protest at its premises and called for the removal of the governor. This raises an important question. Will the NDC take similar action under the current circumstances? The contrast is quite striking. And the next one is from Teacher Kojo, if I can get that. It says, Mohammed's 133 job promise for the youth was a fraud. NDC propaganda on LGBTQ has backfired on them big time. God bless the digital Baumia. He's all we have. God bless him. The 24-hour economy promise was a scam, and the 6,500 Ghana cedis price per bag of cocoa promise was fraud. Where is the Women Development Bank? Deception is in the NDC's hallmark. Greetings to Honorable Eric Nana Ajman Prempe. Let me get the next one. What we have, and the Kwamena City says, on behalf of the team, okay, I think I've read this on the other side on Facebook. Get me the next one. What do we have? Meshach says, we thank the government, especially Energy Minister Honorable John Jinapo and engineers for working so hard to bring back Akosombo Dam. And I can say with joy that there has been significant improvement in the system for over 5 days now, using my area, Amasaman, Kokobo, as an example. So my big question is, which message again is NPP bringing this time, since the Doomsaw campaign has fallen flat in the water? And I can assure NPP that all their evil plans against the state will never see the light of light. Since God is with President Mahama. All right, Meshach sent in that one. Can I have the Hadi? Oh, okay. Good morning, KJ. I am Felix Kwoti from Kaswa. Good morning to the panel. My contribution. 1. The purpose of writing BECs outmoded. The country should redefine the purpose of examination. With discussion like examination malpractices, you should invite the experts in the field of assessment to diagnose the problem instead of politicians. The country should remove the barrier of school categorization. If not, then GES should clearly define why they establish secondary schools across the country, which will cater for the interest and needs of the candidates. WAEC should also use parallel test and alternative test in addition to the serialization currently used to cater for the malpractices. And the president has gone into an agreement with the elect. Okay, can I get okay? Hadi Impik Farm says, please go down, to the last one. Hadi Impik Farm sends a lot of messages, so this is the last one. Okay, the NPP, okay, we're still trying to get the message from her, but this one over here says that, okay. I think I've read all of that. Musa Abato in Asawasi says the BOG deserves commendation for its transparency and prudent management in 2022 when inflation surged to about 54.1% and the cedi depreciated sharply to nearly 17 Ghana cedis to the dollar. The BOG recorded a loss of 60.9 billion today, with inflation significantly reduced around 3.2% and the cedi relatively stable at about 11.4 Ghana cedis to the dollar. The reported loss has narrowed to 15% 7.6 billion. Clearly, this reflects progress and responsible economic management, not failure. Some people are simply trying to make a stomach of a teacup. Dr. Johnson Esiama and his team deserve to be rewarded for steering the economy through such a difficult period with discipline and transparency. And that's Musa Abato. This one says, good morning, Kem. The truth be told, for the past 3 days, I have enjoyed stable electricity supply. Kudos to the Energy Ministry. They should do well to restore for any other places who are yet to receive. Stephen sent in that one. All right. Good morning, KMJ. Please tell the NPP man that all the economic terminologies he's wasting on Ghanaians this morning to prove that Ghanaians are sovereign is just a waste of time. The Ghanaians who did not study economics saw real suffering and economics under the Nana Dudankwa and Baumia in the market and at shops. An era you buy an item in the morning, afternoon, the price has changed, and in the evening, the price will change again. KMJ, we got to a point when you walk into a shop to buy something and the shopkeeper will tell you to wait for him to call his supplies for the new price before he could sell for you. Where was the Malik? Was this Malik at the time? Master Rahman Sola Tunaka said in that one. You were making reference to Sefah, by the way.
Sorry, somebody referred to
yeah, they making reference and they ended up making a reference to Malik.
We have 1 minute.
Anyway,
yeah.
Okay, this one.
Why? What I don't understand is that, you know, the reason why the minority is apprehensive.
Yeah.
They are apprehensive because this report that the Bank of Ghana came out.
Yeah.
Has not been given to them. They've not been given. So
they don't have a copy of it?
Yes.
It was given to NDC.
It was given to NDC.
Then they came out and which is all against the law.
The main statement. The main financial.
Section 58. It's no. So how did they do the press conference?
That is where the issue is very big.
So the government is supposed to go to the floor of Parliament. I think the coming week.
It's supposed to go to the minister and then from minister to Parliament.
No.
Instead, it was given to NDC communicated.
That the documents that he was given stated
so he has a copy.
ABCD. So he said so he was given
the law is very clear. You can see it from the Bank Act, section 58.
It's the same document.
And then one other thing that I had wanted is when we were talking earlier, Malik said something like the MPP never had something, inflation dropping to
5%. You mentioned 5.
5, yeah.
I think
they had 7.15.
Yeah.
Yes, but they never had 5%.
You've gotten even 3, and it's still not impacting people's lives.
Sometimes education-wise,
they never had.
I think
in 30 seconds.
No, Malik.
You always